I want to talk with you about a number of subjects that directly affect the future of the United States.
Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome again to the Fireside Chat, episode 5. One of the episodes I hadn't planned on making. Unfortunately, recent events have become apparent that something needs to be said about these matters. We are here in year of our Lord 2025. And if you ain't tracking anything on the news, last week Donald Trump claimed that the new U.S. policy will call for the official annexation of Greenland, Panama Canal, and probably parts of Canada as well, making that the 51st state. During this apparent change in U.S. policy, he also refused to eliminate the need for military force during the annexations of these apparent territories overseas. Now, there are some, a certain senator of Pennsylvania, who claim that there's a conversation to be had, at the behest and consent of the people of Greenland. Well, that senator is a damn idiot because the people of Greenland already said they don't want to do it. Ain't no reason to have that conversation now, is there? There is no strategic reason for us to take Greenland. They are a NATO ally. They are part of Denmark. And should they ever get independence from Denmark, well, then I'm sure there's conversation to be had about us utilizing our NATO bases there that the U.S. military currently already possesses. This is an irrelevant, non-starter topic of conversation. It is done as a distraction. There is no reason for us to invade Canada, Greenland, or Panama. None. Donald Trump probably won't end up doing it. In fact, I asked most of my conservative friends who don't want to go to war with these countries, and I asked them, you voted for him. Now, why exactly is he saying all these things? Because all they have been able to reassure me with is, oh, that won't happen. All we can say about Donald Trump's terribleness is the bad things he says won't happen. Now, I happen to agree with them to an extent, but not for the reason they think. So I asked my more conservative-minded friends, if this won't happen, why is he saying it? Most of them ain't got an answer. Now, I have one they may not like. See, Donald Trump is speaking out of his ass the same way the Russian propaganda does. Just make shit up, deflect from everything going on, distract people from their actual issue. You see, in that same week where he said we were going to go to war with Greenland, apparently, he also claimed that he may not be able to fix inflation, may not be able to bring down the price of groceries. It's a distraction. It's a mirage. It is done to exhaust you. Russian propaganda is designed to spew out as much bullshit as it possibly can for the simple fact of just get exhausted and let the dear leader go do whatever he damn well please, as long as all that noise gets tuned out. And you see the effect of this. We're all exhausted. Just because we're tired don't mean we can roll over and let the government go do what the hell it damn well please. We do not need to invade Canada. We do not need to annex it. We don't need to purchase it, buy it, or add it to our population. They are good right where they're at. They are a neighbor. They have their own self-determination. If they like to go and live in America and be an American, by golly, we should let them do that if they want. Just like I feel if I should go and want to live in Canada, be a Canadian, then by golly, we should let us do that. Legally, hopefully. Not by starting an economic war, not by having Elon Musk purchase the right wing of Canada, which they're threatening to do, same way he's threatening to do that all over Europe. They want to exhaust you. They want you to pretend every ridiculous thing they're saying is a hypothetical that'll never actually happen. So when shit actually does get crazy, you can just be like, well, at least he didn't invade Greenland. Because while Donald Trump was talking about all this, his administration is apparently planning a soft invasion of Mexico. Now that got ignored. Ain't nobody talking about that right now. They want to put American boots on the ground in Mexico to help fight God knows what perceived enemy they have. Now, I'll be fully transparent with you. Unlike a lot of folks on the left, I feel very strongly that military force in Mexico is not necessarily a crazy idea, but only at the behest and cooperation of the Mexican government and with the consent of the Mexican citizens, because the cartels down there are problematic. Hell, they set up basically like military themselves. I ain't fully against taking them out via military means, but that is not our fight. Ain't our country. But Donald Trump has apparently started a plan to extend U.S. sovereignty across our southern border. But again, most conservatives just pretend that won't actually happen. I know it's tiring. I know most folks want to tune out, and frankly, I can't blame you. You got to do it a little bit to protect your mental health. But we don't get just to roll over and quit. I'll say this, just in case, God forbid, I ever do get viral. If I have to go and defect to the fucking Canucks and die in some godforsaken field in the Canadian tundra, then by golly, that is the fate I am destined. Because I may end up bleeding out godforsaken foxhole. But by golly, I will not die on the wrong side of history. I'll say this to my Canadian friends, to my Danish friends, some of my Panamanian friends. I am sorry. This ain't the America y'all deserve. This ain't the America we deserve. We ain't our government. And I know that's easy to say. We're a bit more protected from the more outlandish things he wants to do. I probably won't ever be directly affected by it, but it's still not acceptable. They're good Americans. Even those that voted for them, they're good Americans. We don't like this either. This is a process that's been brewing for a long time, and it's finally coming to a head, not just here, but elsewhere in the world. We are at a dangerous point in history, and we've been at that point before. We can fix it. We always have. I have to believe that. So it's either we roll over, let them do what the hell they want because we're just too damn tired to pay attention. We dust off our boots and we get back up every time we get knocked down. Watch this space. We're all in it together.
I want to talk with you about a number of subjects that directly affect the future of the United States.